Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today we're going to be diving a little bit into some more Pokemon Unite content, some stuff that we want to talk about before the game launches. And really, a lot of this is just kind of like me setting the stage for myself and for anybody that might be watching that is interested in the game or interested in watching me play the game. Not all of the information is out there. There's speculation that the game might come out this week or that there might be an announcement this week as they're running through the Pokemon list and the roster on Twitter, these Twitter posts. So I'm paying attention to that, but there's nothing really conclusive. That said, there are a couple of these online resources. I found another one, the one that I showed y'all yesterday, and now this one. This is going to be Unite DB, and yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty concise. It looks nice. Both websites have the same items on it, and that's what I want to talk about today, are the battle items. I guess it's like these are the held items and these are the battle items. So held and battle items for the game and what they do and what they're all about. So we're going to be talking about that. I'm going to give my thoughts on them as I read through them. I've already read through them. Both websites have slightly different information. So this is one of those things that's out there that's just like, take this with a light grain of salt on the specifics of the numbers. But let's go ahead and start talking about these items. So the held items are there. You have 3 held item slots out of game, nothing to do with when you're in the game, and you can pick these items per whatever Pokemon you want. So like, I'm going to use Charizard as an example. I might even do like a theory crafted build for him here in a second, because I've been kind of doing that myself. But you can pick 3 of these items before you even go into the game. Now these items can be ranked up, and that's going to take some like game time and getting currency and ranking them up. So we're not going to talk about that too much, but let's go ahead and read through these items a little bit. Or let me explain the battle items. So you have 3 held items that you'll be able to unlock and put onto each Pokemon that you play. And then you have a battle item, which if you're familiar with other MOBAs, this is your like summoner spell. You're going to have one of these. So you have one of these buttons, abilities, things that you can do throughout the game on a cooldown. So we'll look at those in here in just a second. So let's go ahead and look at the held items. Eos Cookie. This is HP plus 240. When you score a goal, your maximum HP is raised for the rest of the match. So I'm assuming that this is at max level, like when you actually rank up this item and whenever you have scored enough goals. So this is just flat HP every time you score, and there's some of these like snowbally items like that. When you score a goal, you gain a benefit. And so, all right, let's look at the Assault Vest. This is 270 HP, so a little bit more, and then a special power, I think is what it's called. We'll read into that, but it's basically abilities, defense plus 42. So this is a very tanky item. Increase HP and gain a shield against SP attack damage while out of combat. So SP attack damage is like ability damage, and then like attack damage, I think if we'll read it here in a little bit, it's just going to be like a regular like auto attacks. All right, another kind of like snowballing item, attack weight. When you score a goal, your goal is raised for the rest of the match. So attack plus 18. So I'm assuming that's like the max you can possibly get it to is attack plus 18. The scaling at the bottom, I'm a little confused about. Yeah, increases HP and gain shield to the attack damage while out of combat. It's 15% of HP. So I think that this is like the flat that you can get up to, and then maybe the vest also gives you 15% HP. It's a little confusing. Like I said, we just have to read these with a grain of salt and try to dissect it best we can. So, all right, Buddy Barrier. This is one that I think is going to be super good. Grant a shield to the user and the nearby ally Pokemon, and I think that's like nearest ally Pokemon with the lowest HP, or a near by ally Pokemon. Yeah, that makes sense. When the user uses their Unite moves. So this is really good. Like, you yourself are going to be able to get a flat 600 HP, but you're going to give 40% HP as a shield to an ally. This is going to be good maybe for tanks, maybe for supports. I think this is probably one of the better items in the game that we'll see. But I think it's going to depend on your role a little bit. So let's go into the Energy Amplifier. This is energy gather rate plus 6%, CD reduction, cooldown reduction plus 4.5%. After using their Unite move, a Pokemon holding this item will deal more damage from all their moves for a short time, 21% damage. This item is meta. Like, I'm gonna go out on a limb. This is gonna be meta. It's ridiculous. It gives you cooldown reductions on your ability. It gets you increased energy gather rate, which are the points that you need, like the AOS energy, I think, to score and win the game. And then you get an ultimate that does 21% more damage. So very, very interesting item here. I think it's going to be really, really strong in the meta. So we'll see. XP share. This is one that interests me, and I think it's just going to take some time. HP plus 240, so you can see there's a little bit of durability here. Speed plus 150. Speed is king. Always remember that speed in games like this is really, really important. Bonus experience every second while you're the lowest level Pokemon on your team. So essentially you can kind of... This is an interesting item because I don't exactly know how it'll be used, but you can essentially be intentionally like falling behind and like maybe like intentionally not taking XP out of lane or intentionally like ganking a ton and not fall behind because of this item. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, it's got flat HP and speed on it, so it's not like it's just like a super niche item. Like it's still applicable. I think it'll be pretty good. I just have to see. It's hard to say. The Float Stone, attack plus 24, speed plus 120. Sounds great. Increase of Pokemon movement speed while out of combat. 20% speed. This is just great item. Really solid. Focus Band, SP defense plus 30. Solid, defense. Regular defense plus 30. Solid defense. Recover health for a short time when receiving damage that reduces the Pokemon to low HP. This is like a second wind kind of effect, like 14% HP per second for 3 seconds. This is an amazingly good durability item. You're going to be able to really like stick in a fight a little bit and have some defense because of this item. Really, really good. All right, leftovers. This is this like HP item. HP plus 240, HP recovery plus 9, recovers health over time while out of combat. Pretty solid. I don't think that this one's as good as some of the other HP items that are in the game. It just really depends on how you want to focus yourself, and also maybe even what synergies these items might have with each individual Pokemon. So Muscle Band, attack plus 15, attack speed plus 7.5%, deal additional damage with basic attacks, 3% damage missing. So I'm assuming this is like you do 3% increased damage for every missing HP, which is crazy. This is going to be definitely like your 80 carry, like carry item probably, or just like a melee heavy, ranged damage heavy attacker kind of item. Really, really solid, it seems like. I mean, again, just damage and attack speed, and then this like percentage based missing HP burn, like it's pretty solid. Rocky Helmet, another very tanky item. 240 HP, 42 defense, so high defense. After absorbing enough damage, deal percentage damage to nearby opponents. 5% max HP. This is a tank item, hands down. I struggle to see why a tank wouldn't take this item. It's very, very good. It is very, very good. Scope Lens, this one's going to be an interesting one. Crit hit chance plus 6%, critical hit damage plus 12%, increased critical hit damage and crit hit chance. So pretty solid. This obviously could go really, really well with like the Float Stone or the Muscle Band. I think it just depends on how impactful crits feel. We don't really know what the crit hit chance baseline is for each individual Pokemon yet or at all. And so it's going to be interesting to see what this ends up doing. This is one of those items that I'm just kind of like, I'm floating around in my head. Like, yeah, it looks good. I don't really know. Score Shield, HP 240, solid, speed 150, amazing. Shields the Pokemon while it attempts to score a goal, remain uninterrupted while the shield remains active. That is really, really good. I don't know if it's better than some of the other, like this effect right here. I don't know if it's better than some of the effects of other HP and speed items, but 10% HP, I mean, if you're doing a full health build and you're scoring all the time, you're going to get this big shield, and they're basically going to make you unstoppable in terms of scoring. So could end up being really, really good with like a tank build, an HP tank, an HP all-arounder. And yeah, that person's goal could literally just be to score a lot and try to score as often as possible. So there's some interesting potential synergy with an item like this. Shell Bell, SP attack plus 24. So this is your mage item, CD reduction 4.5%. Recover some of the user's HP whenever the Pokemon successfully lands a move. So nice. When you land a move, you heal yourself. This is going to be good for the mages, the Cramorant, maybe the Pikachus. I'm not really sure if he's more magey or more AD kind of heavy, but this is your mage item, essentially. It's a really, really good item. Special attack specs. So SP attack plus 24. Again, increased SP attack damage upon scoring a goal. So this is your... what I'm assuming is like this kind of like stacking item that we have, Ao's Cookie, the attack weight, and then the special attack specs, but for mages as well. So you might have some really big mage builds coming out here. And then last but not least, for the held items, we have the Wise Glasses, which is SP attack plus 39, further increase SP attack damage. So you can have, geez, man, if you really want to, you can go really big on the SP attack stacking items. and have some really cool stuff there. So these items right here are just insane. If you don't want to have any kind of, you really want to be glass cannon, you can definitely do it. So now I know this video is getting a little bit up there. Let's go ahead and talk about the eject buttons the battle items, and then yeah, we'll give our thoughts. So eject button, quickly move your Pokemon in the designated direction, 55-second cooldown. This is flash. Every minute or so, you have someone that can blink, essentially teleport, mini flash. Will probably be very meta for laners, for squishies, maybe for some tanks, maybe for everybody. We'll see. Fluffy Tail, incapacitate a wild Pokemon, increase damage dealt to it. This is like your jungle item. The thing is like with Pokemon Unite, you only get one of these battle items. So I'm going to be honest, I don't actually think this is very good. It doesn't have any effect in battle. It's got like early game applicability or efficacy, only pretty much. You're not going to be able to do a lot with this later on. So even as like a person that's like looking to jungle myself, don't know if I'm going to take this. Full heal. So 40-second cooldown, remove all hindrance and become immune to all hindrances for a short time. Very, very good. I thought that this had a healing effect to it based on other resources that I've seen. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But 40 seconds, kind of like CC break. Goal boost. This one is really interesting to me. It's either going to be really good or really bad in my opinion. 120-second cooldown, which is very long. Reduce your Pokemon's time to score goals. I think it depends on what that time is and how really effective this could be. Because remember, we talked about, maybe like a score shield HP tank build. Someone that's moving around or has good move speed can go for scores. You can have that goal boost on them. You might have a person that's playing a scoring role. You have to see. We'll have to see what that's like. Potion. So restore some of your Pokemon's HP, 30-second cooldown. So again, I thought that these were like contrasted between the HP values that they got back, but maybe this isn't. We'll have to see. Smoke screen, 40-second cooldown, create a ring of smoke around your Pokemon, slowing enemies within. Could be interesting. Could be really, really interesting for maybe like a support or someone that wants to dive in, like an assassin or something. I don't know if that's better than just having like an eject button or anything else, but we'll see, right? It's got a slightly lower cooldown, not than the potion, but this one, we'll see. X attack. This again going to be really interesting. 40-second cooldown, raise your Pokemon's attack and SP attack for a short time. I think it depends on the value, right? For some of these, like what is the value exactly? Because if you have this like full mage build, you have these really strong AD builds, maybe even a little bit of hybrid, and then you pop X attack, are you going to be able to just like rain down, you know what I mean, on somebody? Really interesting. And then this is the one that I used when I played the beta most, was 50-second cooldown, Xspeed, raise your Pokemon's movement speed for a short time. It's essentially, you just run fast. It's really, really good for engaging, escaping. I'm not sure, maybe eject button will take that over, but slightly shorter cooldown, slightly different application. Overall pretty solid. So thank you guys so much for checking out the video. These are my thoughts on these items, and like I said, I could dive into some theory crafting, but we're coming up on 13 minutes, so we'll go on ahead and let this one ride out. But as always, thank you so much for spending your time with me here on the channel. I'm really looking forward to this game. Hopefully we hear some news soon. It's got to be soon. I mean, maybe this week, maybe next week. I guess we'll find out. But as always, be sure to be kind to one another. Tell someone that you love them, and I'll see you on the next video.